Hello everybody, I'm Arglefumph. This is a speedrun for Penelope Pendrick and the Art of Deceit. I'm going to try to beat the game as quickly as possible. I'm pretty sure I have a good strategy for getting through this game. The way the game is set up, it's got a bunch of different parts. Here, let me just show you, because they've got save files here. So they've got like part 3, that's split up into, we've got a new autosave when you look at Jane's bag. So you need to do a bunch of stuff before Colin will talk to you about the bag. It's got an autosave at the carnival, it's got an autosave at Evelyn, and an autosave here at the very start, because there's a scene in between day 2 of the game and day number 3. And that's basically how it works. You can see the entire game is split up into different segments. So I replayed every segment over and over and over again, trying to figure out what's the fastest way through this segment, what's the least amount of things I can do while still beating this segment. So that's how I made up my strategy for the speedrun. Hopefully it's going to work. I think it should work. And I'm going to play on normal difficulty mode and get started with the speedrun now. So you can right-click, you'll see in the upper right-hand corner in just a moment. There we go, right-click to skip dialogue. So that is not something I knew. I was about halfway through working on this game, speedrun, when somebody told me about the right-clicking. So, yeah.
I don't. So here I am, about to embark on my very first official
I can't
case.
click. I mean, I'm right-clicking,
but
it's not making any difference. So we are going to have plenty of dialogue in this game that you can't skip. Generally, those lines of dialogue are Penelope talking to herself, and that indicates it's something important which you really have to do. Otherwise, you'll get stuck at the next, move on to the next part of the game roadblock. Okay, so we go inside her room, and we're going to call Sergeant Russell. Oh, wait, we're going to wait. Now we're going to call Sergeant Russell. Yeah, he automatically calls us. Okay, so I'm going to be rapid clicking. I don't know if you can hear that. Like, I rapidly click. I just click as fast as I can to get through those conversations. I'll do that with all the phone conversations, but the in-person conversations like this, you can't rapid click.
Take a hint.
You need to,
do you have a second?
You can right-click to skip through dialogue, but you're going to have to hold down the mouse button at least a little bit.
I just
like, I don't know, a third of a second, a fourth of a second, half of a second,
now you're getting
somewhere along those lines.
Oh, hey now, don't.
So it does take a while to get the
Did I drop
timing correct.
That exchange really brightened up my day.
And I'm sure, like, I will not be, like, perfectly clicking every, like, 2/4 of a second every time. Let's see, did I get Sergeant Russell's number? I don't think I did. Double checking. Okay, there we go. Here at the start of the game, it's really
Unauthorized
easy.
Call time expended.
It's just talk to him about everything.
To continue to use line. Caller authorized.
Okay, now we're gonna call him. He's gonna update us on the case, and he's gonna give us Eileen's phone number. Oh yeah, he's gonna talk to us about Mitchell. So that's going to give, Gerald Cook. So that's going to give us the address to the store where he lives, and he wants us to check the cash register in the store. We're talking about Terrence Davies now. We are going to get the phone number for his mother, and then nobody knows anything about the diner woman, but we do have to ask about her anyway. Okay, and that's it. Now we're going to call Eileen. She's going to give us the location of the art gallery where her son was last seen. Well, he was last seen at school, but it was a big field trip that he went to that day. Alright, so now I'm going to go downstairs, I'm going to grab a bunch of items, and then I'm going to go upstairs and then use those items. So let's see, I'm going to grab this.
This could come in handy.
Most of these are like for puzzles later on. The one which is for a puzzle like right now, 2 of them are for a puzzle right now. This one. The straw. And let's see. Penelope talks when I pick up this, which means it's important.
Something about this shopping list is unusual. I'd better hold on to it.
And then I need the key to the room 203.
Looks like no one is using this right now.
So I'm totally stealing it. Come on, spin, spin, spin. Okay, yeah, sorry about that. Bit of a navigation error. I'm not the best with navigation. Okay, so I use the key on room 203, and then I'm going to go in. I'm going to immediately open up this thing without seeing the clue for the puzzle. Several puzzles like that. Like, you don't need to see the clue. You can just barge right in and solve the puzzle.
That's it. Sorry, Joe.
Next puzzle is not going to be like that. Okay, I'm going to fix the WD-40 right here. So I use the straw on the WD-40. Great. So this is going to solve the puzzle in Mitchell's area. It doesn't really matter if we do the Mitchell or the Colin stuff first. Yeah. Not in this particular instance, it doesn't really matter.
Excuse
but we do
me.
have to do the Mitchell stuff and the Colin stuff in order to trigger the folders that Sergeant Russell told us about.
I think you might...
Thanks.
Sorry.
What?
The front door...
Because he said, I know, I skipped through the conversation, so we didn't hear it, but he said he's going to send you some files, keep an eye out for them. They show up when you do this Mitchell stuff and the Colin stuff.
I was sitting here, I said goodnight to...
So...
Not at all.
Okay, so we have to talk to him. I'm going to take a look around.
Go right ahead.
So he also said he wanted us to check the cash register. So to do that, we are going to go over here. I'm going to grab the batteries before I forget. You don't need the batteries for, like, until the last day of the game where you need to actually use the lantern. Okay, so there's the puzzle. That's the door to the back room, which is locked. I'll know if you have to click on it for sure. Okay, so here's the puzzle. WD-40. Okay. Come on. Okay, so the middle one goes up, bottom right one goes down 2. This gives us the key. Okay, and then I need to read this book. That gives us a phone number that I need to call.
A famous artist.
Yep, Penelope's talking
about
about
this. Not
this.
famous town for such a long time is pretty unusual. Gerald seems very interested in this.
Okay, I'm gonna see the cash register is full. And seeing the cash register is full should, like, trigger new conversations with
looks
Mitch.
like we can rule out a robbery.
But I'm not going to be doing that quite yet. I'll be going out to Colin stuff now. Why not?
Welcome.
Thank you.
Oh.
I have...
Alright, let's get through this. We have to talk to him about... Well, I mean, there's only 2 things we talked to him about.
Everything was going.
One of them is like, what? You know
secret,
Terrence?
I called on
and
him.
then
All
number
this
2 is like, do I like Terrence, or do I take Terrence's side, or do I take
no
Colin's
punishment.
side?
I never would have got.
Okay.
If I take Terrence's side, he
So,
rambles
later
on
that
for a
day,
little
he'd
bit
grab
more
a back...
because he gets mad at me.
Aw, what?
But he gets mad at me anyway, so yeah. Okay, so now we've triggered the files appearing in Penelope's room. Great. And the files appearing in Penelope's room are going to trigger a new conversation with Mitchell. Okay, so we go back to Mitchell. Yeah, it's kind of tough figuring that out. But that's the order of events here. So first we're going to have these conversations, which they assume we're supposed to talk to him about everything here. Which is fine. This is just general background because it's the start of the game. We're talking to him about everything.
Gerald's just...
Then it's going to jump into the
You'd be surprised.
conversations, which are, you
Gerald?
just
I
found the
wish he was
key
not a business,
and
like he runs a
opened
com-
up the cash register.
Has
So that's going to happen after these.
Probably...
Okay, there we go. Now it's thrown into
Sure,
the,
but
you
it's been
just found the
unseasonably warm.
key,
Well,
and
it's not-
he
Oh.
was not robbed. We opened the cash register. He
you
was
saying
not
that-
robbed.
Well,
There's still so
And now we're going to be having the conversations we
news?
get after finding
Nothing yet.
those files, getting those files from
I don't know
Sergeant
what.
Russell.
I do see him...
What about...
Nothing has ever...
What do
As closest during slow out. Oh, Carl always... Not really. I don't have a... He has an entire... He lives... They knocked a few
Alright.
times. They had a pretty good view. No idea.
And then
Never
we're
a
going to
problem.
leave. That's it. That's it for this day of the game. Penelope's going to talk, indicating that's the end of the day.
I know it's early, but I could really go for some sleep. I'll get back to work
so
tomorrow.
we're finished with part number 1, on to part number 2. Let's see, I do need to set the alarm for the next day. But I also need to set the alarm for a specific time, because I want to be messing around with Colin's area, and he doesn't leave until 6 o'clock. But I do need to do it overnight, so I get this scene. That's part of the reason why Penelope said, hey, it's getting late. That's kind of your indication you need to go to sleep, because overnight we have that scene. But now I'm going to switch to 5:45 so I can be at Colin's at the exact right time to basically rob him. Okay. Woohoo. So it's 5:45. Hit the alarm button. 45. Because he leaves at 6. So we're going to talk to Colin and do all the stuff there while he's around. And then we're going to do stuff with Mitchell. Oh, phone call. Okay, let's do this quickly. Sergeant Russell. He talks about eating his hat if we get any clues on Jane Doe, and we will. Okay, rushing to Colin in the art gallery. So this was an interesting one, I noticed. We're supposed to
it's
talk to him, and
I-
we're supposed to explore the art gallery as well.
Oh,
So we have to
You-
talk to
when
him
I'm
about
feeling-
everything
Do you
before
have-
we're allowed to
but-
explore. So,
Have you had
next
were the other
break,
ones
we'll
again?
see.
and a woman that...
no.
Well,
Like, if I do talk to you later, instead of
What's
talking to
your
him
take?
about
I
all
prob-
three things,
Oh.
the game
I live in
kicks
New-
me
I
out
get that.
without letting me explore this art
why
gallery.
isn't your...
And we
But the
really
drive is
do have to
32
explore the art
Uh,
gallery,
Rule
which
1?
means we have to talk to him about everything.
Most get up at night.
Even
go to
though
some,
we have
nope,
the
then,
ability to leave
if I
the
get back to-
conversation and go away.
Eating at a restaurant...
You think so?
Wow. Would it be...
Sure.
Yeah, okay. Now Penelope says, hey, can I look around? We need to check out, like, 3 things.
What happened to
One
this
of them, we see
painting?
this
When I
painting
opened up
is
one
gone.
morning a few weeks ago, it was gone.
Do you think it was stolen?
I guess it was.
Number
one
2,
of my
I'm
best
going to
works.
get an item from the
The
bathroom.
thief has good taste.
And number 3,
What was
we
it a
either
painting of?
check his
One of the
closet,
cliffs overlooking the
or
ocean,
we
not too far
check
from here.
one of his paintings.
I don't normally paint such concrete subjects, but it was a really nice spot. I hope the painting turns back up.
Hope it does too. Not really. It's an okay painting. Alright, so yeah, closet
Oh,
door is
Colin is
easier,
here.
but this painting on hinges, that's the other one that I can check to trigger the ability to, like, break into his area. Okay, we need to talk to Mitch about the woman.
Need something?
So it...
Oh,
Do you...
I doubt it.
When was the last...
The last time...
Let's see, and I need to ask about
Did you ever
Carlisle,
notice
the
what-
town
I can't
itself.
The only so
Thanks.
doesn't seem...
Yeah, we don't have to talk to him
I
about
like
the
to-
art gallery. That conversation is optional,
Here's the
but
key to the-
talking to him
Oh,
about
and
the
we're-
woman
Thanks.
is important. Talking about Carlisle
Help.
is
Essentially
also
what-
important.
It sure felt... Never a problem.
because that just gave us the key to this back stairs area, a back room. And here we get a bunch of stuff that we can pick up. Okay, so let's just grab everything. Okay, grab everything that I have to. Okay, good. I do need to see that this machine is not working.
I need a coin.
Oh, no, wait. I need to see that it has a coin. I need to see that it's not working, but I do need to see that it takes coins. No, I need to look at this book.
Condemned.
I mean, this
Scheduled
newspaper.
for
You do have to look
demolition?
at the newspaper. Otherwise, the game just comes to a grinding halt at one point. I need to grab the gloves so I can rob Colin's area. I need to grab the fishing line so I can rob Evelyn. I need to look at this on the wall. I suppose I could have done that one later? I don't know. Navigating through this particular room is kind of tough. There's other things in this room that you can look at, but I'm not going to. I'm gonna steal the quarters. Not the quarters, the nickels.
That doesn't work.
Oh man, I have to zoom in one more screen.
I guess it
and then I
doesn't
see this
work.
machine doesn't work. Alright, and then now we have a bunch of more Mitchell conversations.
Need something?
Okay, I say thanks for the key. I'm not going to talk about that
That's what
art
Gerald
gallery
described?
again.
Yeah, not
Okay, ask him about the spooky animatronic.
Do you know any?
only that.
I talk
What?
about
The fact that
Gerald's
as soon as he got-
travels. And we have to talk about the
What
book
book?
he's
The picture
reading
of Dorian
as
Gray.
well. Because that was on the
The
list of
nicest
books
She?
that I
you-
saw on
Life
the wall.
without some.
Can you?
He was never clear.
Okay, Gerald's
I have. He would be the top. It wasn't.
And again, we're not talking
Never a
about that art gallery. Forget that art gallery. We don't care about it. Okay, guess what? It is past 6 o'clock, meaning we can break into the art gallery now, because he has gone home. Colin has gone home. Okay, so I need my screwdriver. Where's my screwdriver? Take off the lid. Now I use my gloves. It's an easy enough puzzle. Okay, and here's the painting on hinges, which I'm just going to open now. The solution is 5934, where it's a 5, 9, 3, 4. There we go, that's it. Just steal everything here.
What did I just read?
I don't know, it's so weird. Anyway, it's something that makes Colin look super suspicious, so we're gonna leave. We're gonna go back to the conversation. I mean, we're gonna go back to the apartment and talk to Stacy, it looks like. Yeah. So all the Stacy conversations, like, there's 3 Stacy things you're supposed to do on this part of the day, or this day of the game, and I just lumped them all together.
What, can't figure out the fridge now?
Unless it. I'm only in town.
Man,
No.
Alright.
What?
So
And
first we have
kids
these
around-
conversations
it's
we're
just-
supposed to have with her, so
Yeah.
we'll
soap
just go
opera.
through them.
Past a girl say, probably to some. My thoughts exactly.
What?
Let's.
Conspiracy theories.
Cults?
Those people. I bet these are the.
Do you?
What are you?
Did you know?
Yes, I spent.
What do you remember?
Not much.
Okay, we ask about the ceiling,
My first thing happened. Could be worse though.
the framed eyes.
Does you? No.
Yeah. I'll let you.
So after
Oh.
talking to her about everything, she's gonna give us a puzzle. I don't think we can skip this puzzle. Nope. Okay, so break room is here. Boiler room here. Reception here. Cubicle here. Meal room here. I'm just looking at a piece of... No, I'm looking at a picture of the correct solution. Private office, bathroom is the far left, copy room's underneath the private office, conference room.
Got it.
Okay, that's like number 2 of the things we do with Stacy, and number 3 is these conversations.
That's one less assignment to deal with. Whew.
Alright, come on. Let's go.
Now, what do you want?
Did you?
Should I... Here.
We
just
talked to
throw
her
that-
about
I
the building being demolished. It should have been
Do you know
demolished. That was the
No.
newspaper
Yeah.
we saw,
They're trying.
right?
I have a... On one hand...
Do
So
you
that's
have-
why I wanted
Yes.
to check out the
Penelope,
newspaper
I'm-
before talking to her. That way we
Um,
could have this conversation. Otherwise, I'd
I'm
have to
fi-
take an extra trip,
Where do you
and
go?
that would be a
The ne-
pain.
Ha.
Typical.
What are you stu?
Next, I'm
Engineer?
gonna go to my
It's a
room.
pretty-
We're gonna call. We're gonna have phone calls.
Do you like it there?
The sooner I get back...
Sergeant and
Oh,
Branham.
maybe you could let yourself.
Ew.
I met.
Oh.
Have you?
Once or twice.
What was?
The deal?
We do have to talk to her
Oh.
about
Can you just-
everything.
it
Yeah.
was-
So it's
you said-
really just
Gerald
select
sure
the
seems
first
like-
option every single time.
Do you
don't
remem-
even really need to bother.
Have you ever?
No.
Not.
I can appreciate...
I'm sure some of these options are
You don't have-
faster than the
but
others,
one of my-
but it's way easier just to
Have
always
you ever
select
heard
the
of the
first
name-
option.
Yeah.
That's
I've
If you. Thanks. I did.
asked so many questions.
Yeah, I ask a lot of questions. Sorry about that. Let's see. This is where I'm forgetting what we're gonna call Mitchell. Not Mitchell. Let's see what Russell wants to talk to us about.
Carl,
Oh yeah, I'm talking about Colin. That's right. Okay, I talk about Colin, the stuff we found in Colin's safe. He's going to follow up with us, like, much later on in the game. He actually follows up on us, with us. This conversation with Branham, as soon as we read that book, Small Towns in Connecticut, we have the ability to call him. And we have to do it at least sometime during that day. Okay, great. Now I'm gonna skip ahead to the next day of the game. Set my clock for 2 p.m. So let's go. Branham is going to do this automatic phone call thing with the address. You know, it's faster to call Branham at the same time of calling Russell. At least that's what I thought. And we have this scene in between day 2 and day 3. Oh, isn't that sweet? No idea what the culprit was doing or why. I don't think that ever gets explained. It's just a creepy scene.
That was very scary. I thought for sure I'd locked the door last night. I should answer that.
You can't actually, like, not answer the phone. The game won't let you. Okay, come on. Let's answer. He gives us the address of Evelyn, so now she is a new major character. We're going to talk to Stacy about that old arcade machine. You can't do that until this day of the game for whatever reason.
You again.
You are.
Like, we've
Engineering.
seen the
What?
machine that's
It's-
broken, but we have to wait until
It
the
won't-
next day
assuming there's
before
not-
we can ask her about the
Have you
broken
Once
machine.
in a while.
You.
Not a...
Okay, let's talk to her
I have a-
about
what's a
everything.
town? So
These are
there's
conversations you can save for later, but you do have to
Okay,
go through them
bye.
anyway.
Don't drink the...
Alright. What am I doing? I am now going to the bookstore, because she told us that the machine needs screws, so we're going to go to the bookstore and see that it does in fact need screws. No, she told us to check the back of the machine. We're going to check the back of the machine, but it needs screws. So then we have to go back to get screws.
I need something for this.
So we have to go back to our apartment building for that. But we also need to go to our apartment building to call Russell after we talk to Evelyn twice. So we're going to talk to Evelyn now. Again, like how I tried to have those 2 phone calls, the one to Branham and the one to
I
Russell,
hope I'm on track
happen
here
at the
and
same
not
time.
just
So that
wasting
meant
precious time.
I thought it was a time saver to have the Branham and Russell conversations at the same time. So that did mean, well, that you have to do it after the phone call. I mean, you have to do it
I'm
after
not here to
breaking
sell
into
anything.
Collins.
I'd just
Because
like
the
to
phone
speak
call
to
with
you.
Russell is about breaking into Collins. Similar thing here.
I
It's like,
said
hey,
no
I have to go back to
soliciting.
the hotel after
That's
talking to
really
Evelyn
important for
twice,
trespassing.
and I have to go back to the hotel
I'm
after
going to need
seeing
a
those
different
screws.
approach.
So, gonna do both at the same time. Because it does, like, it doesn't take a huge amount of time to go from place to place in this game, does it? But it's still a time saver to, like, not have to go from place to place. And just double up on trips if you can. And this is another double up trip. Okay, let's see, where is it? My room. I gotta call my room. And I gotta see if I've got everything right. He tells us that Evelyn loves gardening. Yes! Okay, he tells us that Evelyn loves gardening. Oh, and I'm not gonna tell him about the prowler at the night. Huh. Is that an optional conversation? Really? Because that seems like a weird thing to make optional. But, I don't know, maybe we'll talk to him about it later. Anyway, he told us Evelyn loves gardening, so now we can make friends with her.
You again? What did I tell you last time?
Evelyn Burke?
Yes?
Well, now we know her actual name, so that helps, too.
Hi, Evelyn. I'm an amateur gardener.
Can't skip these
hoping to
conversations
become
because they're being
less
through
amateur.
the window.
I
Tell you
came
what, I'm
across
gonna
some
go get a
articles
drink of
that
water
mentioned
real
your
quick.
name and your success in local competitions, and I wanted to ask you for advice.
What zone are we in?
Huh?
Growing zone.
Alright, I'm back. Yeah, talking
really
for like
are
25
amateur,
minutes
aren't
straight.
you?
It's not
What's
easy
your
on the throat
name?
sometimes.
Penelope?
Okay, Penelope. Go prove to me that you've learned the absolute basics.
Okay, so
Then
she's
we
gonna
can
give
come back and we
us
can
a
have a real talk.
puzzle
You should be able to
where you
answer
have to
these
type
3
things
questions.
in.
First, which growing zone are
So
we
it turns
in?
out that you don't have to use like
What are the
commas
3
or
nutrients
anything
that
when
you
you're
use to
typing in
survive?
the answers. You can
And
just type in the
third,
answers with no
what
commas
3
and the game
pieces of
totally
equipment
accepts it. So
should
it's a
every
little
gardener
faster.
own?
Just leave out the
I can
commas.
do that. I'll be back.
Also, the game expects you to write gardening gloves, but it will accept it. Okay. Nitro. You have to spell it correctly, too. And
That's it.
so, trowel, watering can, and gloves.
That's it.
The game expects you to write the gardening gloves,
That's it.
but you can just put down gloves and the game totally accepts it. Yeah!
We are in Zone 6.
So I can write one
Plants
less
need nitrogen, potassium,
word.
and phosphorus. And
Now I
every
go to the
gardener
art
should
gallery
have
to
a
get
trowel,
Forsythia.
watering can,
And I'm going to immediately
gardening
turn
gloves.
around and give it to Evelyn here.
Good, that's right. Go ahead and bring me a flower from your garden, and I can look it over. You can learn a lot about
So
building
routing this
conditions based on
particular
the
part
habits
of the
of
game was
I'll
like
teach
a
you what to look
nightmare
for.
because there's so many different
A
storylines
flower
going
from my
on at
garden.
once.
Got it.
We've got the Evelyn storyline, we've got the arcade machine storyline, which is going to lead to a thing with Mitchell. And there's Colin. Colin has new conversations. I could like jump in and talk to him here about those conversations, but not going to. I save all the Colin stuff for the end of this day of the game.
What have you got for me?
Here's your plant.
Forsythia. Oh, lovely choice. I have a few bushes of my own.
And not that it matters,
Come on
but
in.
this is
I'll
the
give you a
point
hand
where
to
I
look
learned
and
that
we
you
can
can
have a
right-click
chat.
to skip through conversations.
I'm going to have to be very careful about what I say and when to say it if I don't want her to
Because
catch
I think
on.
I said, like, halfway through the game, I realized that you could right-click to skip through conversations. Well, this is that particular
See
moment.
how sparse the flower production plus leaves what I'm
Okay, so we want option number one,
I know.
option number one,
Thank- So,
then option
Wow.
two, option two.
knowledge
Like, this is one where it really
What's your-
matters what
It's
order
a-
you click
and
on
there's
the items
your-
in, because if you click on the
Oh.
wrong item, she gets mad at you and it's a game over.
how do your parents...
same as me.
Like, option
That's-
number
my
three there,
grandparent
that
was
would have
a-
been a game
and-
over.
Thanks for the...
Oh, and
And some of the other options are just long, so that's why you don't want to select them. Okay, now we're going back to the carnival game. After doing that relatively, that's the Evelyn stuff. We are now inside her house. She now trusts us. We've gained her trust. 8, 20, 9, and 6. And so we'll be able to come back to her at any point when we want. And she'll open the door to us. Talk about that later. Let's focus on this now. You see, it's kind of hard. You've got all these stories that you're trying to juggle at the same time. So I think it's 1 right and 2 up. Then 1 right and 1 down, 1 right and 1 down. I think that's the fastest one. Yeah. So this is the Mitchell stuff, and like, you know, we could have done this without even talking to Evelyn once, I think. I think the game does allow that. And then normally this, like, will trigger a conversation with Colin, but maybe not if you haven't talked to Evelyn. Okay, anyway, a spider's gonna be put down over here. Ooh, yeah, now we're gonna see what skipping a puzzle looks like. There's only 2 puzzles we can skip. But this came from like the developer saying this is kind of a secret. Hopefully the developer does not get mad at me for like revealing her secret here. Because I know Her Interactive got mad at me for revealing like the cheat code cheat menu for Nancy Drew, which I'm not allowed to talk about. I'm not allowed to tell anybody how to do the cheat menu in the Nancy Drew games. So if anybody asks, you didn't hear it from me. Okay, so here you click, you hold down the Q button and you click in the upper left-hand corner. It lets you skip a puzzle.
Have love for
That's all.
one.
It's only like 2 puzzles, so.
Did you kill?
Yes. Plastic.
Yeah, it's one of 2 puzzles that you can skip. So let's see. I think we're just not going to talk to Mitchell at all.
Never a problem.
Yeah, we're not talking to him. So all those conversations you saw, there's a lot of conversations we can have with him. Those are all optional ones, and we're going to bump them out of the way by discovering a really big secret about him, which is just going to take priority.
Looks like it's missing batteries.
Oops, I need to go to the door, use the key on the door. Get the batteries inside this before I forget. We're not going to use the lantern until the end of the game, but whatever. 297... Well, no. Oh gosh. 2971? That's it.
HV.
Okay, we don't need to check the other stuff inside this safe, even though it exists. You do need to check this.
This is fresh. Very fresh.
That's going to give us new conversations with Mitchell, which will just boot out all the other conversations. And then these things in the trash. We've got 2 things in the trash. I think this triggers a conversation with Russell, and this triggers a conversation with Stacy. I could be wrong, but like I did go through the game. See, it's like, how far can I get without checking the stuff in the trash? There is a roadblock that you run into for both of those items. They're different roadblocks, though.
Mitchell?
Okay, so this is just completely replacing those optional conversations that
Logistic. Plus,
we could have had with Mitch earlier.
What do you mean?
His name's Mitchell, sorry.
I don't know.
I guess Mitch is his nickname.
They had to climb.
Stop. Well, you've done. I at least.
So here, the second conversation option. If I'd picked the second one there, he says an extra line of dialogue. If I select the second one here, all he says is which is a really short line of dialogue, so it's faster. It's so short. My click to skip it doesn't really kick in. And you'll see, we can't talk to him again anymore. We can't go back and finish those optional conversations. Okay. So now that I've talked to him, I'm going to bold depictions. I'm going to talk to Colin. Yes, great. I think I said I lumped all the Colin stuff together, and now we're going to do it.
Hi, Penelope.
So here are like the 3 conversations that I could have
Sounds like
had
you're
with him when I was grabbing the Forsythia.
One thing that
These
helps
3
me is
conversations.
their entire, like, I swear.
Do they?
Yeah, I'll admit.
But now that I'm done with
Why
all
did
the
you-
Mitch
I knew even
stuff,
ever since I was
and I
for
think
fun,
maybe
as
the
I got
Evelyn
old.
stuff,
So you
that's
see-
going to trigger a new
Oh.
No,
Yeah.
wait, no. This is the conversation that gets
What?
triggered
After
by
work, every
fixing
couple of months.
the...
Do you ever Not.
fixing
You'd
the
ha-
animatronic machine, I think.
I don't. My main source. I cycle most. Hey, I was afraid to.
Okay, so
What
here we go.
I
Here's the new
have
stuff
had
that got
run-ins.
triggered.
What?
It's him talking about the
Gerald,
missing people.
Don't judge me.
Oh.
Well, it was. He was
When did this?
month.
It's a bit faster there. You have to select
missing-
when did
No,
this
no.
happen,
Did you talk?
I tried.
Well, that's
because if you ask if you met him in person,
What was she doing?
you still have to ask
didn't-
when did
I
this
asked-
happen. But
then
if
I
you
asked-
select when did this happen
I'll s-
first, he does not
Maybe.
ask. You don't
Oh.
ask, hey, did you meet him in person?
I don't know. There's
Does that make sense? So if I select option 1, you have to do 1 and 2. If I select
It's
option
a
2,
cliff.
I only have to do option
There's
2.
another clue. Just paying my due. Then I'll be just fine.
Okay, in her bag. This was not so hard to figure out, though. We have to take a look at this, and we have to take a look at the letter on the left in order to call Sergeant Russell. Because if you don't, that's the roadblock there. You need to look at both those things to get through the roadblock of Sergeant Russell's conversation. Now we're going to go to Evelyn here. So, because Evelyn likes us, she's going to let us into her house.
Penelope, it's unlocked.
Like, this is the first time that, you know, we just go into her house and we see the inside of her house. So it's very special because it's the first time. After this, the game is going to follow a rule.
If by kids.
I'm just going to select the
Ooh.
first option every time with this
Eh.
conversation. You have
I'm
to
re-
talk to her
yes,
about everything, and it
uh,
doesn't matter what order you talk to her about.
okay.
She says
Oh,
the exact same
yes,
things
this is
every
the-
time.
Did they take?
No.
What she does here is she talks about being broken
do you
into
mean
the
by
window.
First of all, if they had just tried these.
Eh,
Second, the exact my
That
people.
conveniently, she tells us how to
No,
break
not-
into her house,
Oh.
so we can break into her house whenever we want to.
I just.
Oh.
We do have to break
I'm-
into a
Maybe
specific
they do
time, so
what?
at like 3 to
I
6
don't-
p.m. is
Nice-
when she's gone.
I was.
We're supposed to
okay.
look at her
Around
calendar, but you don't have to look into her calendar for that to work.
That was strange.
It's like, you don't have to look at her
Not
calendar.
while
The
Evelyn
game
is here.
expects you to look at the calendar to know her schedule. But you don't have to. What I'm going to do is leave and return. And now that it's after 3 o'clock, we can break into her house. There we go. Okay, so that's a time saver, obviously, because I don't have to go back to the hotel to reset times. So this is down, down, up, right, up, left. Again, like, we don't have to look at the clue for that puzzle. We can just solve the puzzle if we know it. We have to look at this book. Oh, jeez. Can't forget the book. Okay. And that should allow us to write down. The list is box in room 102. 102.
That's it.
Great.
Box in room
So that's what
102
looking at that book
Rosewood
does.
Apartments. That's a strange connection.
Okay, now we need to rob her upstairs, which requires going to her backyard. Grab that stick, which is here. Okay. Almost missed it. Angle's kind of tough, okay. Go over here, we take a look at the stick. Go over here, grab this. I need this to go upstairs. We need to look at her family tree and grab a trowel, and that's it. That's another one of those roadblocks. Like, if you don't look at her family tree, the game's gonna stop.
Those are undoubtedly
And yeah,
Dutch
what do you
names.
know? Penelope talked. That's our clue that this is a very important thing that you have to do. And you have to get the trowel because it's an item, and then I don't have to look at anything else. Not yet. Later on, we'll go inside that locked cabinet thingy we saw there. Okay. So now I'm going to skip ahead to the next day of the game. Because we want to... Ooh, let's see. Ooh, are we going to do the pizza stuff? Yum. This was another weird thing with the challenging, because when you order pizza, it takes like a half hour for the pizza to arrive. Yeah. So, and you can't skip ahead in time if there's a pizza on the way. Okay. So I'm going to switch to 2:45 p.m. right before Evelyn leaves her house. That way I can talk to her. I'm going to do other stuff, then I'm going to rob her. Now I'm going to call for pizza. I'm going to do a bunch of phone calls here. So let's find some pizza. So as long as I stay out of my room for like a half hour, the pizza should like be delivered just fine. Oops, probably shouldn't have grabbed that remote. I'll need that later. You know, inventory management in this game is tough. I'll just have items living in my inventory forever. Come on, pizza. I should be able to do this in time.
Pablo's Pizza.
Just a little worried. If I mess up, if I'm a little too slow, then I'll miss Evelyn, and that will be sad. Okay, Russell convo.
Carl out.
Okay, we do have to talk. Okay, we talked to him about Mitchell living in the apartment, and then we talk about eating the hat.
Keep us up.
And then we ask about Colin and some specific date. Done. We're gonna have a Stacy conversation about that note in Gerald's that note in Gerald's trash can.
Huh.
Sure.
We do have to have that conversation. That way it will trigger the later conversation about her wanting pizza. So we're gonna go to Evelyn, and yeah, we've got plenty of time. Great, great. I didn't need to worry. Because we have to talk to her in person, because she leaves at 3 o'clock, and it's like, okay, she leaves in like 7 minutes.
Evelyn, I'm going to ask you some... There are 3...
Yes. No.
We asked her about the missing people.
Why did you...
I had been to my parents never...
And then it's
they
just
were all-
talk to
if
her
you
about
did-
everything.
What did you...
They just
She
keep in
talks
mind
about
that-
having
so they
MC
were-
Escher stay with them in their
did-
house. That's
of
nice.
course, if Uncle had
Sorry.
just
Is...
grandma's...
Well, does that mean...
He lived in...
Can you tell...
What?
Oh.
Okay. What is...
I'm not... It's like they're...
Oh...
Yep.
You will not...
Well, if they just...
You
Alright,
don't...
we're zooming through this conversation. While I'm zooming through these conversations, I'm trying to read my notes on what to do next. Just staying a little bit ahead of the game. I go back to the phone. I go back to the hotel room, and this is going to give me that automated phone call, which I just triggered. No pizza yet, but here we go. Automated phone call. This is about the kidnapping demands. Somebody just called the police, saying, "Hey, I've got all these stolen people. Give me a bunch of money." Okay, that starts part number 4 of the game, although it's not obvious. That's where the game says, "Hey, you're on part 4 now," according to the save files. So now we're going to go to Colin here. We're gonna have this conversation with him. Mainly taking up time before the pizza shows up.
Such...
Spreadsheets. Not really. The real kid. New York is where you go. 4 years of...
How did you...
My alma art hat. Basically, we all...
Sound...
After college.
What's the...
Yup.
I...
So...
Talk to you...
If you have any questions...
Alright. So that triggers a conversation with Russell, believe it or not. And that's where we learn that Colin is a millionaire son. Because it's part 4 of the game, we can ask her about the box in her room. That's right. You can't do that until you get to part 4 of the game. Even if you found that clue like way earlier,
I thought it was
you can't talk to her about it until part 4.
That sounds probably.
Well, I was.
What if I?
Okay, and she wants free pizza, and she'll let us look at the box inside her room. And pizza's here! Alright, beautiful timing. Okay.
You again.
Pizza's here.
Sweet! What? Oh, cheese? Actually, go. Get it!
She's just kidding about that. Okay. So I'm gonna go over here. I think we have to look at this because
Fake ID.
Penelope
Maybe there's
talks
more to
about
Stacy
it.
than I thought.
I did not check to see if that was optional. My mistake. Okay, we skip through that puzzle. We find this key for Evelyn's attic. Don't know if that note is necessary, but hey.
If you ever need to look at that box some more, just bring me a pizza and we're square.
Okay, so now we're gonna go to Evelyn's house. Now that we have the key, and this is gonna trigger a scene where she talks. So we have to hide. She's gonna almost walk in on us. So I did have to do that timing as well. Like I said, the timing so we could talk to Evelyn, but then come back later at 3 o'clock when she's not there.
I need to hide.
And that's the
now.
same thing that was also in the consideration with the make it happen in the same half hour. We're waiting for pizza.
Who knows where they all ended up? I'm not in the mood for a scavenger hunt.
Alright. I feel like I should have talked to Russell on the phone, Sergeant Russell. Maybe I messed that up, maybe I didn't. We'll find out.
Just out in the woods.
Okay, so while this scene is happening, I'm reading what's happening next. I go outside, I go up the hill, because she's going to mention outside. She mentioned outside.
But I'm already so late.
What is she even
And
looking
we have the
at?
60th birthday dinner for Mr. Gomez tonight. Oh, this is going to have to wait.
Something distracted her, I don't know
Uncle
what.
Hendrik is definitely rolling in his grave.
Okay, so we've got the two things we find outside.
Whew. That was close.
And then I'll go to her attic. I gotta remember to go to the attic. But I also gotta remember to go outside. I go over here, I U-turn, I grab her paper.
What are these papers?
It starts the Speedy Diner, because that's what that one thing is, that it's at Speedy's Diner. Okay, and now we're gonna go up here. Go here, I turn around, I look at this.
This boot print is a little too small for the average man.
I don't need to look at the blood,
A
actually.
little too big for the average
Like, there's a
woman.
conversation if you look at the blood.
Teenage boy?
The bloody rock, but you can skip that. Okay, and then now that I found this is going to be the footprint.
That's it.
Great. Okay, gotta remember to use the key for the mold. That's gonna trigger... That's something... We need to talk to Colin about it, but I think there's something else we do with Colin first. We can't just walk up and talk to him about the resin. We have to do this stuff with his father first. So we had the conversation, which is the start of that Colin storyline. Oh wait, I'm looking in the wrong direction. Sorry.
This looks like a mold to cast something out of resin.
And we don't have to read his notes, which are in the middle drawer. And we don't have to look through the rightmost drawer either. Of the dresser. Just that one. We just need that resin mold. Okay, I'm going to go back to my hotel room and set the time to 5:45. Because what we're going to do is we need to talk to Colin. And we also need to talk to Evelyn at the same time. But they're never there at the same time. Well, they're there at the same time in the daytime, but whatever. Back to hotel room. 5:45, because 6 o'clock is when, 5:45. 6 o'clock is when Evelyn shows up, and when Colin disappears. So if my timing is correct, I've got this perfect. We're gonna do conversations with Eileen, though. We've got the conversations first. Okay. So we're going to talk to her about the footprint we just saw. She's going to confirm that it is her son's footprint because it totally matches. It's the same size, and it's got the same design. Okay, and now we're going to talk to Russell about Colin, which was triggered by that last conversation we had with Colin about his being able to afford anything. I think we have to talk to him about the footprint discovery. Might as well. And here we have the photo of eating the hat.
That son of a gun actually did it.
And then Stacy phone calls. Not Stacy phone calls, Stacy in-person combos.
What's up?
Okay, we ask, where are you from?
Somewhere where.
That... Wow.
Why did you leave?
I didn't exactly.
What was so bad?
Life.
That's the much faster
Yeah,
one. If you select the other one, she talks about
Not
like
even
her friends and stuff.
So, when you can go, like, seriously.
Are you
Like, you do have to have this conversation, but we don't have to talk to her about Speedy's Diner. So, let's not. We still got 10 minutes before Colin leaves, so we're gonna go to Colin and then just do everything here. Okay, Colin?
Hi, Penelope.
We're not gonna ask him about Speedy's Diner either. We're gonna ask him about his dad.
What kind of...
He's
To play the
Russell
devil's
told him who his dad was.
What was...
overrated.
You don't...
When I would bring no constant...
What... If you're...
Of course.
I meant...
All right.
I'm done with this.
Yeah, he's mad. He kicks us out, but we can immediately run back in and talk to him.
Yeah. My name might as... What's it like? And...
You should...
I've thought about...
This...
Alright, skip through this. Talk to him about everything.
When you know, you know.
When you know, you know.
Did you Oh,
I love... Even if...
What's your...
As cool as the... Where the negative space of the... Not like it means anything. Is he an art? Here's some... The estate liquidator.
Okay, he's talking us about something to find inside his apartment.
Not sure.
And now we ask him about the resin for the mold.
Now.
Cool.
This puzzle, I just have to do it well and not screw up. Ooh, I don't know if that was good. See, no, I think this might go here. Oh no, going too slow. I need to have confidence. I need to click quickly and just destroy this puzzle. Yeah, there we go. This is probably here. I think I got it. Nope. Oh no, something's off. Oh geez.
That's it.
Oh, it was that. Okay, great. Okay, now
Okay,
Colin's
good
gonna
news.
ask us for the
All you need to
spray
know-
bottle, which we already stole earlier.
Oh, one last
If
thing.
you didn't
You
steal
mean
it
this one?
already, this conversation
You really
is skipped.
can't. Well, that's everything.
Okay, so that's it for Colin. Evelyn is still not here yet, though, because it's not 6 o'clock. So we're gonna go to Novel Books and talk to Mitchell for conversations we have to have.
Need something?
Need to ask about his prosthetic arm. We
I
don't ask
I don't
him
know,
about
like,
Speedy's Diner.
To
We
answer
can
your
skip
question,
that.
it took a long time. It may sound sick. Acceptance came every new
What's the...
day-to-day.
Learn
I had
about
to take
his
it off
arm.
and it's way.
How know it.
Ask
I was
about
a
his
fire-
injury.
Something
I meant that even after all the...
you should wear.
Yeah.
We ask him
He'll
about
live to-
Evelyn.
Yes.
Were you?
Ibrex. We were both...
How well did you?
I'm sorry.
He
think
really
Ev-
doesn't want to
What?
talk about Evelyn.
I can't.
I would have no idea.
Did you ever meet?
No. Never a problem.
Darn it, I'm still a little bit off. Still a little bit early for Evelyn's house, but what can I say? Would it be faster if I ran all the way back to... all the way back to the hotel and reset the alarm clock to wait for, you know, set it to 6 o'clock when she'll actually be there? Don't think that's the case. She's gonna show up in a few seconds. Don't worry, there's gonna be like a little scene. Oh, here it is. Yeah, she doesn't show up exactly at 6 o'clock on the dot. Okay, good to know. So, we get to ask her about Mitchell. Mitchell, who just denied talking. He just denied knowing her.
Is there?
And she's like,
I see.
we used to be
our
engaged.
wedding date.
What happened?
Here's some real. It's easy. Are they still?
Yeah,
Sure.
Mitchell's lying
Let
about
me-
the fact
I'm
that he
just
was engaged
there.
to
I can't
Evelyn.
even- you
That's
need to
a
be
far
careful.
cry
Yeah, he
from
forgot.
not knowing
And
her at all.
His brother. Oh yeah.
Really?
And wow, she
That's
gets
the
really
problem. As
mad.
time
She
went-
talks about him for a long time.
Did he ever?
Not that I. What it comes. And
Okay. Talk to you.
take care.
So now let's talk to Mitchell about the situation.
Not while Evelyn is here.
Sorry about that. Clicked in the wrong spot. You can dig up the wedding ring in Evelyn's backyard and talk. I mean, you talk to her another time. And, you know what? Let's just do Mitchell conversation number 18.
Need something?
April.
Your...
She does.
You...
Funny.
Alright,
In the-
so this is confronting him about the fact that he
But
lied
she
about
knew
being engaged to her, and now he is giving such a long lecture about how much he hates her.
You're.
Has she li...
Man.
Eh.
You. D
And then
Yes.
he's going to
Okay.
refuse to talk to us again about Evelyn ever again. Great. So if we go back to Evelyn, we could talk to her about it. She mentions burying the ring in the backyard, and you can dig up the ring in the backyard, but that conversation and ring are, like, totally optional, so we don't have to worry about them. Okay, so now we're gonna burn that resin stuff that Colin gave us. We're gonna use the mold on it. And then I'm gonna set my alarm to 2:45. This is an end of game, not end of game, end of a day of the game. So I think if I go outside, Penelope will say, "Oh, I really need to get some sleep," or maybe she doesn't in this particular case. Either way, she needs to get some sleep. Oh yeah, no wait, it's the letter that's the end of the game, not the end of the day. Sorry. This letter. I think that's a save file. Could be wrong. So I'm gonna do the same trick I've done before. Set to 2:45 p.m. So now because we're sleeping, we have construction. And because of that construction stuff, we're gonna have a hammer downstairs, and we can use that to break into Stacy's room. Alright, grabbing the hammer. Where is it? Oh man. This is so difficult. I don't know, like, I would never have noticed that hammer there. I probably would have gotten super duper stuck if somebody hadn't told me what to do. Okay, nope, put the hammer down, pull the fire alarm. We're gonna break into Stacy's room and get a sketchbook page. This is going to trigger a conversation with Evelyn. So you can't have that conversation with Evelyn until you steal Stacy's page.
I know I remember Stacy saying she had no interest in the town. Is that a lie?
And we are going to talk to Evelyn now that it's before 3 o'clock, so she's still at home. She is still at home, so we can't talk to her.
Hi, Evelyn. I need...
Yeah, I'm skipping that other conversation about the wedding ring.
Gerald and
Couldn't
can't a fam. It has nothing to do.
Ugh.
Yeah, so she refuses to talk, basically. She's like, oh, and Penelope just gets mad and says, I'm done dealing with your riddles. Okay, so now we go back to Sergeant Russell. He's going to give us an automatic phone call, I think. Now that we've done that thing with Evelyn, we should have this automatic phone call with Russell. And it's a follow-up from those earlier conversations with him about Colin. He gives us the address for Colin's apartment. And those people we asked him to check up on are totally fine. I'm gonna go to Colin's apartment now. Okay, use the key card here. Where's that key card? Okay, take a look at that. Here's the items. Yeah, I mean, he talked about this in a conversation with us. We don't need to find the clue for his password. We can just enter the password. Sagittarius. We do need to check all 3 emails, otherwise the game just does not continue. I am going to go over here and say it's on Winchester.
That's it.
This should trigger a conversation with Colin. He's going to talk to us about, come on.
Hey, glad you're here.
Yep, this is
Last
it.
night. What? It's a letter.
It's a letter from the missing woman. It's a letter from the missing woman. We just found it. Okay, we want to read it all the way through. You can give up halfway, but no, read it all the way through. Otherwise, you'll reach one of those.
This is what they were looking for.
This triggers a conversation with Evelyn,
shelter.
which we won't have for a while. But yeah, I think that's what we need to read all the way through. Okay, so now I'm going to do the other stuff. I'm going to do Speedy's Diner. I'm going to open this with 5412. 1, 2, 4.
This was on Gerald's sketch page.
Okay, this is important.
Must
And
be
now that's
important.
after 3 o'clock, I
Better
can
get
go
the
into
rust-
Evelyn's house and steal her stuff for this rust puzzle, which is not like my favorite puzzle either. Kind of a pain of a puzzle, actually. But yeah, it's interesting that we can break into her house and steal the stuff for the puzzle without knowing it's the stuff for the puzzle. We didn't read the newspaper. You're supposed to read a paper at this point. You can pick it up. You can't add it to your inventory until you find that rusty object. And that's what tells you what the 2 things are that you need to grab from Evelyn's. But fortunately for us, it is optional. We could just run straight to Evelyn's and steal the stuff. Another optional thing is taking a look at that magazine there. If we look at the magazine, we see there's missing letters, and I think I glitched the game because I've got that appearing in the bottom right-hand corner the whole time. Sorry about that. Let's see, here I put the rusty thing down. Do I set on the water first? Then I put the rusty thing down. Then I'm gonna grab my things. Okay, so I need 2 cups of water. And then 3 squirts of soap. 1, 2, 3. Put in the item. Use the sponge. Put down the sponge, put down the item, and rinse.
Washing done. On to the next step.
Now for 3 cups of water. Penelope's gonna say this.
3 cups of water should be enough to submerge it.
Now, also, there's an automated phone call with Sergeant Russell coming up. We triggered that a while ago, but this is the first time we've been in our room in a while. So 3 cups of water. No, wait, 4 ounces of acid. And now we just wait for a minute. It's 10 in-game minutes, but it's 1 real-life minute. So you might have noticed, when we call people, generally when we talk to somebody, the timer is frozen, but it's not frozen when I'm just walking around doing stuff. Then the timer just moves normally. Alright. Getting close on done. About 20 seconds left. Oh yeah. Please be it. Like, if I messed up by a second, that would be so sad.
Better. 1 more round should do it.
I saw somebody complain that if you play on the extreme seasoned detective mode, the game is way pickier with this puzzle. And you know what? That might be reason enough to play on the amateur sleuth mode, because... Okay, and then this one is 30 seconds. 30 seconds. I could understand, like, say, amateur sleuth mode, you could be 5 seconds off, that'll be fine. Master sleuth mode, you can only be 2 seconds off. Something like that. That's how I would program it if I was trying to make them different. Okay, is that it? I might have been like 3 seconds early. I think.
Good as new.
Okay, got it. Oh, thank goodness. Okay. Oh, thank goodness. Okay. So we're gonna have an automated phone call from Russell here about the ransom stuff. Okay, cool. So try to leave. Then we're gonna call Branham. Doesn't matter what order you pick these things in, it's the same conversation either way. Now we absolutely do have to call Branham. Let's see, what was the trigger for this? I think that might have been the letter. Maybe? I don't know. So he researches Hendrick and realizes Hendrick owned this building. Okay. Okay, so we have that conversation with Russell. He's saying he's about to arrest Colin. We're running over to Colin to warn him.
I know you rely. There.
How? What? No, since you're so. If you need proof.
Okay, then we go back to our hotel room and then set the alarm for 6
maybe.
o'clock.
Plus, yeah, I was.
So.
It has my entire. Now the public.
Well.
Siri.
We need it to be 6 o'clock so we can have that final conversation with Evelyn after that conversation we had with Branham. Basically, we had that conversation with Branham. Now we can have the final conversation with Evelyn. about her uncle's shelter. Yeah, and Penelope said something about the shelter when she finished reading that letter. That's it. Okay, the letter from the missing woman. Okay. So what did I say? 6 p.m. 6 p.m. I know I'm making it seem like you have to do everything in this game in a specific way. Yeah, like, there are rules, yeah, but, like, I could do the Stacy stuff now instead of doing the Evelyn stuff. It's just like on the first day of the game, where it's like, okay, you can do the Colin stuff and the Mitchell stuff in either order, but you do have to still do both. And so here, it's like you could do the Stacy storyline or the Evelyn storyline. This is the end of that Evelyn storyline.
I know. Did the victim...
She's never gonna talk to us anymore.
They think, but don't you, Uncle?
She insists that the missing people must have found her Uncle Hendrick's secret shelter hidden inside the apartments, and they must be dead now.
If it'll...
There's a bunch of death traps, that's what she's saying.
What? Evelyn?
And she's kind of blaming herself, and she refuses to talk to us ever again. Don't worry, we'll see her later. Now that I have Stacy's key, I can turn in the wrong direction. Now that I have Stacy's key, I can break into her room once more and open that locked drawer in her room. This one. Leave. Gonna up, and then the alarm goes off. Everybody just goes back inside. The tape here and the remote here, and then we're gonna get a scene. No way to skip this scene, so just have fun watching it.
At 4 p.m. today, law enforcement announced that the 6 individuals
like real-life,
suspected in yesterday's
video
triple
footage,
burglary and
of.
shooting have been apprehended and
like,
arrested.
whoa.
Between the hours of 10 and 11 p.m. last night, residents of North 33rd Street and adjoining neighborhoods called in multiple reports of the sounds of alarms and shattering glass from the nearby commercial strip. Officers were immediately dispatched to the scene and located a small group of hooded and masked individuals in the act of robbing 3 consecutive stores. World-class gems, shoes, and boots galore, and Carl's Corner Mart were the targets of a smash-and-grab style burglary, with the perpetrators now on the run. After refusing to yield to law enforcement, shots were fired from both sides, resulting in the injury of an officer.
This is
it
basically,
was not long after that, the 6 individuals were captured
but we're basically
and
at the end of the game. Everything's
going
to be real simple from here on
burglary, destruction of property, theft, aggravated assault of an officer,
we
and
won't really have,
arrest.
like I said,
At
options
this
where
time,
it's
it
like,
is
okay, you
unclear
can do
if Melanie
Evelyn's
DeSoto,
thing or
a
Stacy's
17-year-old,
thing.
will be tried
it's like,
as
nope,
an
nope,
adult.
nope.
Due
There's
to
only
the
one
severity
order
of the
in which you
crimes,
can
it is
do the rest of the
unlikely that
game,
the
because it's
criminal
going to be the
justice
big
system will
end
grant her
game
leniency
challenge
because of her age. This
on the final
is
day of the
CGN
game.
News, Channel 7.
Melanie DeSoto? Well, that's Stacy.
Alright, here we go. Stacy, we go into Stacy's room.
Stacy?
We're gonna have this conversation with Stacy, which we're gonna skip. We're gonna select the second option both times.
A voice-changing device.
Hey, what are you doing?
This game gives you a chance to be nice. You have an option. You can be nice, or you can send her into the police. Because she's the one who made the fake ransom call.
I'd have...
So then...
You don't understand.
Oh, the long...
I
back to being.
So what we're
right now,
like,
You have no biking
what
or
we're gonna do is we're gonna skip through the conversation by being nice and saying, yeah, I agree with you. You're totally fine. I'm not gonna call the police.
It was, and I knew if
What?
you can't.
Here it is.
I never thought I'd be. You have no.
Yeah,
Hey, that
don't push your luck.
and
So if I'd selected the other conversation options, like she would beg you, no, and you'd get a second chance to forgive her. And so obviously it's faster to not do that. It's faster to just forgive her the first time around rather than waiting for the second time. Okay, so we're gonna skip to 6 a.m. Fingers crossed I did everything right. I should have done everything right. And then everything else is just gonna be super straightforward because it's the final day of the game. Oh yeah, and if I'd gone outside, Penelope would have said, hey, wait a minute. It's like, I know it's early, but I could really go for some sleep.
What's this?
So I made sure to finish the day inside her room. Just to skip that moment of her saying, hey, it's the end of the day. Now we're talking to Mitch, because the day starts with him giving us the information.
But anyways, 16. Turns out she never told. So
he says that Evelyn's brother died inside those secret tunnels. It's very dangerous.
According to her, she didn't go.
And nobody really found out about it. Like, he kind of kept it a secret. He really should have told the police.
Was there...
Scott?
If this...
I played... Then you...
Wow. Last time, she refused...
I'd tell you where the end... No. Her brother isn't...
What?
It's easier to...
Oh.
I wouldn't...
Alright, he gave us some paper that gives us the final puzzle. A lot of those papers we found have puzzle solutions on them. Like, one had the puzzle to open up that locked box. And the one he gives us is the one for this puzzle. There's a secondary puzzle of knowing which one of those picture things to mess with, but hey, I got it. I kind of got that right on my first try, just guessing. I didn't even realize it was a puzzle, so... It feels like it's not a puzzle.
No way I could jump that.
Okay, so we go down, we see there's nothing there. Yeah, we're also not, like, dealing with characters here for this final segment of the game. It kind of feels like, I don't know, let's say Nancy Drew, Curse of Blackmore Manor at the end, where you've got a lot of stuff in these hidden tunnels, and not really dealing with the characters so much. Okay, I need to get the 2 boards from here. You do have to get the boards from different locations. So one in the one room, one in the other. Don't know why. Feels like you probably could have gotten both boards from... Like, this is the wrong... That's the wrong eyeball thing. This is the correct eyeball thing. Go down here.
No way I could jump that.
Whoops, silly me. Boards go into place. I'm gonna grab the painting and then immediately turn around and leave.
This is Colin's missing painting.
So that gives us this specific location. We're gonna visit that location. And hey, you know what? It turns out we don't have to change the time to break into Evelyn's house. Even though I've been doing that throughout this entire game. Just playing around with the times, trying to get them correct. We could just break into her house here any time of day. Because we're on the endgame sequence. That's nice. Like, it wouldn't have taken that much time to reset my clock, but it would have taken some time, so, yeah. Grab this. Grab this.
A magnet.
Okay, so it's the door with the left half all black. That's what the picture was of. Alright. Eventually you get pretty good at navigating. This is not perfect navigation, but I ran pretty well from her house to Penelope's room. I did that quickly, right? Getting closer to the end of the game. It's this door. Okay, so I use the magnet on this door. That's gonna let me through.
I don't like the sound of that.
Go forward to the store puzzle. What the game intends for you to do is click on the door, and then she's gonna say, I need help translating this to Dutch, which means we're gonna call Branham, and then he's going to translate the Dutch for us. But it turns out, totally optional. Totally optional. You could just go straight to Colin's place and get the colors without getting a translation. And I've actually had the door to his closet in my inventory for a long, long time now. La 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 la.
What is that? Is that gas? Oh, my key is gone. I need to find a way to pick this lock. Quick!
Look up, grab this, turn around, use that. I need to see the gas is leaking.
I can't leave it like this.
I guess we have to try to leave before we can break the, fix the glass. The gas? Ah! Anyway, there is a specific order. I can't just grab that thing right away, and I can't grab these paints right away. Okay, let's leave now. Back to the apartments. We're gonna have the colors puzzle. Okay. This is kind of a fun puzzle to figure out what's the fastest way to actually solve this puzzle. Well, what would be the smallest number of swaps? And because each color is used, like, several colors are used twice. So I had to play around with that to get myself a good solution. I assume it's the ideal solution. So purple and white, then red and white, then red and black, then yellow and black, yellow and green, then blue and green. Celebrity puzzle. I think I had the fastest solution. You can watch my videos of me figuring out the solution to this puzzle. 5 twice, 1, 2, 3, 3 twice. And then 4, like 4 times. And I did like my first time playing through the game. Right? I did a video walkthrough. I don't know. Yeah, no, I did like a normal video walkthrough for this game. I've gotten videos of me solving all the various puzzles in this game. Uh-oh. Now I need to press the water. And I should also have like a no commentary version of the game, and then a video for me for my 2026 Mega Marathon. There's a video of me playing this game for that. this is going to be the nutty puzzle. So pull the lever. Pull the lever. Pull the lever, Kronk! Wrong lever! Okay, forward to 2-pack. It helps me to think of it as a 2-pack. Left twice. Right 3 times. Forward to lever, pull twice. Turn around and forward. Pull 3 times. 1, 2, 3. Go back to the lever under the door. Pull twice. That way I can go back to the 2-pack. Okay, back to 2-pack. 2-pack, right lever 3 times. 1, 2, 3. Forward this lever twice. Forward to the next lever. This is one I do once. Okay, the one under the stairs, I'm going to do 1, 2, 3. Back to the previous lever. Once. Then I go up and around for the triple levers. Left lever twice, middle lever once, right lever once. Done. Alright! Okay, we made it! Okay! Okay, so I need to read the blueprints on the desk, which are not here. That gives us the ability to pull this thing. What did that do? That gave me this, okay. I use the rusty thing.
I need something for this.
Here. Rusty thing and key on it.
That doesn't work.
Oh, jeez. Metal thing. Not this key?
That doesn't work.
Huh. Yeah, okay. Okay, messed up. Sorry about that. Wow. Obviously, I'm going to be messing up at the very, very end. Okay. Now we're going to have a bunch of conversations. And that's basically it. Okay, wait. We need to talk to Terrence.
Terrence?
Terrence, wake up, buddy.
Oh, thank goodness you're okay.
Are you real?
I'm Penelope.
Oh no, I can't skip these
get you out of here,
conversations.
okay?
Oh no. Maybe it's later.
Do you have any food?
I'm really sorry. I don't. Was there a third person in here with you?
Yeah, a lady.
Okay,
I don't know
fine.
where she went.
No
She
skipping
was
these
here
conversations.
yesterday.
That's fine. We'll just have to sit
Maybe
through
she
them.
found a way out.
Well, I don't think she'd leave us behind. Maybe she did, though. All she would do every day was walk
So we
around
want to
the
pick
room,
all the
looking at the
conversation
walls.
options with Terrence. Then we're gonna with
Terrence.
the
Can you
next
tell me how you
conversation. We
ended up
select
here?
the second option,
I was walking by some cliffs, and I saw someone climbing up from the side
and
of
then
the
at
cliff.
the final conversation we
really
select
weird.
the top option.
Before I got a good look at them, all of a sudden they knocked me over, and I don't remember anything else. After that, I woke up in here. There was blood in my hair, so I must have hit my head really
Yeah,
hard.
getting close to about 90 minutes. Okay, maybe that's it.
Gerald?
That's about how long the game is when you're playing on
okay.
maximum speed.
Not good, though. I keep checking his breathing and pulse, so I know he's alive.
Have you eaten at all?
We've gotten a little food a few times, but not enough. When it rains, the fountain over there fills up.
Please think about this as hard as you can. Can you remember anything about the person who did this to you? Speak of the devil. Why are you here? Wasn't your plan to leave your captives to die?
So dramatic. I love
know
this.
everything, Evelyn. I know you kidnapped innocent people and brought them here to rot to save yourself. Tell me I'm wrong.
You're wrong. I'm here to help.
Tell me I'm wrong. You're wrong.
But just a few days ago, weren't they already dead? Did you come down here to pay respects?
I'm not a strong person. I know I should have looked for them sooner, but I was scared. Scared of this place, memories.
Okay, but like I said,
I'm
the
scared of
second
what I
option
would
is going to be
find.
the shorter one, so that's what
But
we're going to do
You
here.
know what I was even more afraid of? The guilt of knowing that I didn't do anything.
Well, that's great. But it doesn't explain why you were trying so hard to keep me from finding the shelter. Wait, did you try to kill me by locking me in that closet?
It wasn't locked. I wasn't trying to kill you. All I wanted was to scare you enough to send you home.
Oh, just ask my paperclip. It'll tell you. Even if the door had an auto lock, it doesn't excuse what you did.
Yeah, seriously, you tried to
knew
kill
Gerald
me.
and the woman were on the cusp of finding the shelter and exposing your secret. So, why not snuff them out quietly? Huh, just admit it. You didn't want me or them to find out that you had killed your own brother.
I begged him not to come down here, but he wouldn't listen. I told him over and over that it wasn't safe. Cracks in the walls, cave-ins, but when his mind was made up, nothing could stop him. I said if he went down alone. So, he went. Alone. And he was gone for far too long. I went to look for him. If I only
Okay,
tried
not beating
harder
this
to
game in
stop
an hour and a
him,
half
he'd
then.
still be
These
alive.
conversations go on a little bit longer than I expected.
Yes, I killed Scott that day. But I did not kidnap these people. It took me until today to decide to do the right thing. To give up the act, to save them, and risk going to jail if the truth gets out. But I did it.
You
So there we go.
didn't
As you
murder
saw,
Scott
like,
to
the
inherit
first
the
option was
Scardovi
like
home?
several lines long, and the second option was
What
just
are you talking
one
about?
line
My
long.
parents had
So
already
obviously it's
promised
a
me the house
lot
because
faster if
Scott had moved
Penelope
to NYC.
picks the second
What?
option.
Excuse me? My dad's name was Scott Scardovi.
I'm sorry. What did you say?
Scott
And here's the
Scardovi
dramatic reveal.
Was my dad's name. He disappeared before I was born. I never.
Terrence
even met
is
him.
Evelyn's
Mom
secret
told me
niece.
they
I
met
mean,
in
secret
New York.
nephew.
And after she became pregnant with me, they bought a house in Carlisle. A few days before my mom was going to fly to Connecticut to move in, my dad had a business trip.
In Boston.
And my mom never saw him again.
Hold on. Let me get this straight. Your dad was a software developer. Brown hair, brown eyes, liked football.
Yeah, and he was scared of roller coasters.
That's him. I can't believe this. I have a nephew and a sister-in-law? Oh, that idiot. He had a whole family and he never even told me.
My dad had convinced my mom that they should move to Carlisle because it was a nice town. And he said to her that there were some people he wanted her to meet.
Some people I want you to meet. Now I remember. He said that exact same thing to me too. When he
The
stopped
building
here to
is
visit on his
about
way
to be
Boston,
destroyed. Could we
I remember
save
he
the
was
family
handing us some
reunion
big
for
surprise,
later?
But in classic Scott fashion, refused to elaborate. Well, Scott, if you're watching us right now, I hope you get a kick out of your big surprise. Only 15 years in the making.
Sorry to be the one to cut this family reunion short, but we need to get out of here, like, now.
Yes, let's. This way.
Fortunately, she knows this other exit. Okay, here we go. Gotta get my fingers ready to click on something else. They are gonna talk for a while, I think. Yeah, oh well. Okay, my notes say I'm picking the top option. Oh yeah, this is the scene where the culprit is just waiting behind the door and just slides into frame. Dramatic culprit revelation time. Gotta love it. If you can see him there, and then slidey, slidey,
Like shooting
slidey.
fish in a barrel.
Mitchell?
You.
How'd you...
So, Penelope, how have you liked playing the hero? For a while I wanted to stop you, but then I thought, why not let you fight me? It'd be another corpse for my collection.
I don't understand. You did this?
But why?
For you, Evelyn. Happy 20th anniversary. Don't you think it's a deserving gift? There was purification and punishment. Not forgive us for our sins, but smite us for our iniquities should be the prayer of a man to a most just God. It's simple, really. You took my arm and my life from me, so now I take your life from you. Balance is restored to the universe.
Your arm was not my fault, and you know it! You were obsessed with coming down here. Let's have a picnic in the Alhambra. Let's listen to records in the study. And I told you how many times to be careful? I didn't make you lose your arm. Stupidity did.
Take responsibility for something once in your life. How about this? After you mangle my arm, you break off our engagement. Because I'm no fun anymore. I'm just so sad all the time. What a bummer. I've been alone all my life. But I never felt lonelier than when you left me to deal with my injuries without you.
So you kidnap innocent people and trap them down here? Maybe I left you because you were clearly a psychopath. Don't try to project your own victimhood onto my decisions.
Isn't this the perfect punishment? I'm pretty proud of coming up with it. Tip off the police with the same story that I told Penelope. That you would do anything to keep Scott's murder a secret. And Gerald and the others were getting too close. You act like it's not, but your name is all over this place. All you would need is to be a half-wit detective to find the connection.
Hey!
On top of that, I have my own evidence to link you to the shelter and therefore the kidnappings. Beautiful. My plan is a work of art.
You destroy these people just so you can get revenge?
Okay.
Terrence didn't
There we
know
go. I
anything
made the
about
choice.
shelter and you attack him?
That was the wrong place at the wrong time kind of deal. I couldn't risk him getting a good look at me and blabbing. Any attention would have been too much attention.
Hey, wait a minute.
But
I have to
Gerald
select
has been
both
so
options?
generous to you.
Okay.
How can you do this to him?
Guess it's not a
I feel
time
a
saver
little
to
bad.
select the first option.
Sorry, Gerald. My hands were tied. It had to be him. And that woman. If it were anyone else, I'd risk those two finding my hostages before my plan was complete.
I knew I was right about you. You lying, manipulative,
And
inhuman.
there you go! Off on one of your tangents again. Is that how you described me to your rebound boyfriend? No surprise he divorced you, you piece of...
Okay, here we go. More stuff.
Mitchell, if you don't let us through, you'll die down here with the rest of us.
The building falling down kind of put a wrench in my plans. So it's a sacrifice I'm willing to make.
Okay, we use the spray bottle on him, and then here's where we select the top option to make the end of the game go a little bit faster.
You're not walking out on me this time!
Let's go. Penelope, come on.
I hope you're finally happy.
There we
Mitchell.
go. Yeah, because it's a little slower if we watch the scene of them picking up Mitchell and then carrying him upstairs. So it is faster to leave him down, and time. Okay.
I was never happier
I
to
don't
see
know
the sun
why,
than
but
that
with the
day
Nancy
as
Drew
we dragged
games, they
ourselves out of
always
that
call
dusty
time,
shaft and into the light. But before
when
both
the
of my
ending
feet
letter
even passed through the
starts.
manhole, what felt like an earthquake erupted.
It does feel like it would be unfair to include the endings
I clung
here
to the asphalt
because
for dear life.
there's a couple of alternate
50 feet
endings,
away,
right?
We watched the parking lot begin to get sucked into the earth.
There's like the ending if
Sinkhole didn't
you could
stop
choose whether or not to
expanding
save
until
Mitchell.
Mayor
You
Jonathan
could choose
Carlisle
whether or not
himself
to
had been
tell the
completely
police
consumed.
about Stacy.
Luckily, we were left unscathed.
I think those are the
Like
only
a
two
TV
ones.
show trope.
Oh, I
We
mean,
let out a collective
we
sigh
can
of
know
relief
what
when we saw
Ruby's
help
name
headed.
is. That's
Gerald,
an optional thing, so
still
I didn't enter her
unconscious,
name
was
into the
loaded
notes
into an ambulance
question.
and rushed to the
But
nearest
if you
hospital.
do,
while paramedics attended
I
to
assume
Ruby
her
and
ending is
Terrence.
different because you actually
Despite
know
the
what her
whole
name
ordeal,
is.
the most Evelyn and I needed was a little antiseptic and a few band-aids. The police showed up shortly after, and I was not mentally prepared for the sheer
Yeah, I have to
amount
wonder
of
which
enthusiasm
police
to greet
officer
me.
is Sergeant Russell here. Which
Cheering
one's
and clapping and
Vasquez?
handshaking
And
made for a pretty amazing entrance.
what was the third one?
It was like I had just saved someone's life or something. Oh, wait, I guess I did do that. Strangely enough, there were no arrests to make that day.
Yeah, so this is a version if
So much
Mitchell's
hate
caught.
and scheming and
Okay, so 1 hour,
cruelty had been
37
woven
minutes,
into this terrible
44
crime,
seconds. That's
but
not
there was
bad
no
for a
one left to
speedrun, I
punish
suppose.
for what he had done.
It would be nice if you could beat
Mitchell
the game in under
now
an
lies
hour
buried
and a half.
underneath Carlisle.
How could you do
with
that,
a
though?
sinkhole
Is it...
as his grave marker and a name
I don't
on a
know.
news
I guess
sticker
it'd
as
just
his
be
legacy.
clicking really, really quickly. I don't
Tried
know
so hard
if there's
to
something
ruin
you could
Evelyn
skip.
that he ruined
I
himself
feel like I was
instead.
super thorough in
Funny
playing
how
this
revenge
game
seems to work.
and trying to figure out
Eileen
what the
was
optional
ecstatic
things
to see
are.
her son again, and Terrence his mom. After a series of hugs, I missed yous, and I was so worried about yous.
Okay,
Terrence
I
proceeded
think that's
to
everything I
explain
have
in
to say.
record
Thanks for watching
time
my
about
video.
Evelyn, who
I'll
she
let the
was.
ending of the game
He
play
didn't
because,
pause
you
to
know, it's
breathe
a fun
until the
ending.
story was finished.
Okay.
And after
Bye.
a long moment of shock, Eileen knew that she had found a piece of her beloved husband that day. After a week in the hospital, Gerald was on the road to full recovery and was back in the shop before anyone could say, "You just suffered major trauma, please rest." Nonetheless, his regulars were thrilled he was all right and Novel Books was back open. And they also appreciated that there was now an extra open chair to fight over. While it's unlikely that this is the kind of adventure that Gerald had in mind when he started his search, I'm sure he'll make the most of the stories to tell for years to come. Fulfilling her mother's legacy was like lifting an anchor off of Jane's, or should I say Ruby's, shoulders. She was no longer bound by her own perseverance. Her search was complete. After coming to terms with everything that had happened, Ruby, in her newfound confidence, picked up a job as a professor of American history at North Oakford University. Go, Redbuds! After years of books, notes, endless searching, frustration, and sitting alone at breakfast every morning, it was finally time for Ruby to go and live life as it should be. Speaking of North Oakford University, a few months later, Stacy graduated her master's with flying colors. Her senior thesis on aesthetically pleasing solutions for constructions on difficult soil was lauded by teachers and peers alike. She was snatched up into the industry immediately after graduation, and every day she dons that business casual attire and walks through those office doors, she walks further and further away from her past. Best of all, her new condo is up to code and gives her much less to complain about. Colin succeeded in cutting the negativity out of his life and is taking normalcy in stride. While this means he's slowed his pace a bit, I think it's helping him to appreciate the little things. After some sound advice from his new therapist, Colin decided that painting would be better off as a hobby than a career. With the stress of critics a thing from the past, Colin has been able to focus on and grow a successful little art collection business. Bold Depictions is now the Carlisle Museum of Art, and is proud to host an original Escher, among other fine works. And since he can afford an employee or two, he'll never have to be the one to give a tour, ever again. Despite her apprehension, Evelyn knew that Eileen needed to hear Scott's full story. Eileen was somber as she listened, but much to the relief of Evelyn, was not upset. Eileen commiserated over the accident with Evelyn, and they processed the loss they both shared. Eileen had no interest in bringing this to the attention of the police. What's done is done. With the shelter reduced to a pile of rubble, Evelyn was freed of her burden. The horrible place was gone for good, and her secrets and memories were buried with it. After being contacted by none other than John Branham, she agreed to help create a documentary about Escher, Pendrick, and the amazing feat that the shelter once was. The proceeds of this film were enough for Evelyn to found the Vandenberg Project, a charitable organization established to provide assistance to families who have lost a loved one to war. And to top it off, the Scardovi family, in its own way, is whole again. Carlisle is back to being peaceful and uneventful. Although, it may not end up as sleepy as it used to be. Now that it's on the map, tourists might realize just how tasty the strawberries are every summer. As for me, I'm home in my own bed at last. No crumbling ceilings, no unwanted nightly visitors, and no eyes watching me sleep. The most dire mystery for me to solve being what's for dinner. Definitely not pizza. Never pizza. Once I slide this new manuscript in the mailbox, I can finally sit back, prop up my feet somewhere structurally sound, and relax. Have a bath. Put on some nature sounds. Or maybe leave it quiet. Just in case the phone rings.
Oh man, I have to click one more time. No, twice. I don't know. Does that change the time of how long it took me to beat the game? Because I had to click twice there at the end. I think I'll still call the ending as 137. I don't know. That would require me, like, replaying the game over and over again to see, what the different endings are and which one's faster, and oh man, that would add like an extra layer of complication to this already complicated project, which took me a couple of weeks to do. Thank you very much for watching again. Bye!